Astros with a 3-game lead over the Mariners right now. Time again for Front Office Insights presented by Sage. We welcome in Dana Brown, general manager of the Houston Astros. Dana, it's Brian Kenny. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, BK? How you doing?
I missed where's the map of the world behind you? I always anticipate the map of the world. I'm a little disappointed.
That's in my home office. This is I'm on the road with the team right now.
Okay, all right. I wanted to see, like the Pacific and the everything. Anyway, Carlos Correa back. When did that even become a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, we were looking, for an infielder at the deadline as well because we knew Paredes was hurt. We knew it was a significant hamstring strain, and so look, we started looking toward Carlos, and we went through the process and looked like this thing we could pull it off, and so we knew how much he would mean to this club. And so we kind of got busy on it, and we were able to work it out.
Yeah, he's not an infielder, right? He's like a foundation of the franchise before your time when we were there. But how much does that factor in? I mean, at an ownership level and everywhere else.
Yeah, look, Carlos is, he's been great here. Getting him back into the clubhouse with his makeup and his presence is big, and so had to go to ownership, of course, and, talk dollars with them. But, look, Jim Crane's been committed to winning, and the window is always open here. And so we'll do what we have to do to try to push this team forward. And he was very open to it. And then we were able to get it done.
I would expect, Carlos has been very good, but very hurt over the last few years. Just not as many games. Concerns about injuries, performance as he moves forward. What are your concerns there?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, we felt like his games played were good. He had that 1 year where he was hurt. And so, we feel he was healthy. We know the person to make up and what the type of grit and grind he's going to have to post. And so we felt good about it. The medical came back clear. And so, look, we're just excited to get him back.
You mentioned Isaac Paredes out with a strained hamstring. Is he doing rehab, not surgery, or what's the prognosis with him?
Yeah, so we have two options. You could either do the surgery or rehab. He chose the rehab. It's his choice. And so he's going to rehab it. He's going to try to work to get back. He's dedicated. He's missing this. And so I think he's dedicated to trying to work to get back. And that's probably why he made that decision. He thinks he can get back. And so we're all for it. And so, hopefully it works out for him. But we knew it was a significant strain.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we knew it was a significant strain. And so we talked to him, and he made this decision.
All right. Yordan Alvarez, what's the latest on him?
Yeah, he feels really good right now. He's going to take BP on the field today. And so not here, but he's probably about 50 miles north of here at West Palm, but he's not going to be here in Miami. But he's going to take BP on the field, and we'll know a little bit more after today. He feels really good right now, and so that's a really good sign. And so we really could use him getting back. And, we're excited to get the news after this BP today to see what it feels like.
Okay, yeah, a fracture in his right hand. He's been out since May. Sounds like he's close. Possibility of being close?
Sounds like he's very close because he's swinging the bat right now with no pain. We have to increase the intensity, so that's going to be field BP, then it'll be BP off the machine, then it'll be live BP. So each level will increase the intensity, and so if he can get through this with no pain, that means he'll be back in the near future.
Yeah, Dana, I know you're doing this, again, without Alvarez, largely. Bregman, Kyle Tucker gone. Joel Sherman, who's on our show a lot, actually called you the zombie Astros because you're the Astros, yet you're not the same Astros, yet you're still quite dangerous. So they did it up on MLB Central, too. But it was Joel who put it up there. It cracked me up. I don't know how aware you are of that, but how have you been able to maintain as a division leader with all those losses and play the way you have?
Yeah, at one point we had 18 guys on the IL. Look, I give big credit to our coaching staff led by Joe Espada. Joe's done a great job of, just getting these guys to buy in and to let them know, look, this is a winning tradition here. We brought up some young guys. Those guys have been stepping it up, like even last night, Alexander threw a great game, really stepped it up after losing 3 in Boston. Big game. pitcher last night, and so that those kind of things really help the club when you have these young guys coming up. Remember when we went to Arizona? We had Matthews up for a few weeks. He had a great weekend that weekend, and so it's been the young players that have been coming up and stepping it up.
We talked about bullpenning at the outset of the show. You're a little more traditional, but you have a top 5 bullpen. Hader and Brian Abreu have been great. What would your approach be? What do you speak about when you talk about tactics in the playoffs if you make the postseason?
Yeah, look, when you have 2 big guys on the back end with those 2 guys, Abreu and Hader, that's really helpful. Like, if you can get to those guys, it'd be great. You had guys like King and Souza stepping up, and that's really helped those 2 guys as well. And so we have this mix and match of the back 4 that have been really good for us this year, and that's really been helpful. And you can get into this postseason. You get some of your starters that are coming back, like Javier. We got him coming back. We got Arrighetti coming back. And so that's why we focus more on the hitters at the deadline. And so we get these hitters that we got at the deadline. You mix it with the pitchers that you have coming back. And look, that's a pretty good force going forward. And, we feel really good about it. When we get these arms back, things are going to be different for us.
All right, Dana Brown. I regret the zombie thing already once I saw the shot. I hadn't seen the shot. But you guys deserve credit for, again, losing so many different players and still being up on top. Dana, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck down the stretch.